flashed recently. I mean, it was kind of funny. I mean, it's like the closest I've been to like man wang in a very, 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 very long time. You know, I was walking around the corner to go to the Chinese takeout place, and I saw this guy pissing in the bushes, and he was like pissing. It's really funny when you watch like somebody peeing in public. They always kind of look around like someone's seeing them, and I'm like, dude, you're pissing in public. Of course somebody's gonna see you anyway. And I was on the phone, but I would have like filmed him pissing and like heckled him and like said shit because he wouldn't stop anyway. And he's like peeing right on the side of the building, and there's this store, and I'm like, anybody that comes out the store can basically see his dick and all of that. And I'm like, that's really just whatever, you really shouldn't do that. So he's just pissing, and I just keep on walking, whatever. Then now, more recently, I saw him again, but he's like over there by the river, because there's, you know, river and a bridge, whatever, across the street from the towers, and he's like doing it again, and I'm like, dude, come on, what the fuck? And he sees me, and I guess he recognized me from another time, so he finishes and he turns around and he starts like waving it at me, and I'm like, you know, that's really fucking bizarre. But I just cracked up laughing. I'm like, well shit, I went to the store to get lemons, now I see twigs and berries, I hope you're happy, wah. And then I like wave my knife at him because I carry a knife, and he takes off down the bridge, and I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, flash me all you like, that's fine and dandy. So I started thinking about different strange happenings, and I'm like, well, you know, I've seen a lot of strange shit. I mean, I was walking across I think that's the Washington Street Bridge, something like that, West Broadway. I was walking down West Broadway on my way to my friend's house. Like I was going to fucking Lawrence Place. I'm walking, and it's like 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. It's kind of dark because it's like winter. It's not really light, not really dark. It's dusk. There you go. It's basically dusk, and I seen a whole, it was almost whole, cooked turkey on the curb. And I'm like, who the fuck, how did this turkey get here? And I'm looking at the turkey, and I'm like, well shit, this turkey's like not fucked with at all, really, almost. So I'm like, you know, some bitch probably got upset, you know, cook a whole dinner, man don't show up, throw the fucking turkey out. I don't know. But I'm like, how did this even happen? Like, maybe it fall out the garbage truck, turn on the curb, I don't know. But either way, this turkey is there. So I take it in, and I walk, and I keep walking down the street, and I look back because, you know, there's rats and shit in the bushes. I hear noises, I look back. Something jump on me, I'm gonna fuck it up. So I look back, and I see this dude, this fucking homeless guy. He runs from out the bushes because I guess some people used to live on the riverbed. That's like down on the bottom, you can live there. He sees the turkey, he fucking grabs the turkey, takes the fuck off with the turkey, goes into the bushes with the fucking turkey. I'm like, whoa. Now I know why that turkey's there. Jesus fucking put that turkey there for that homeless man. He's gonna live on that turkey for like 6 weeks. Cause this was a whole fucking time. Like, he's gonna feed a whole fucking homeless family with this turkey. Chop that shit up, and it was already hot, yo. It was like during the time it was like real hot. For 2 weeks, I'm like, shit, he don't even have to heat that turkey up. Cut that shit up, get some hot sauce from the fucking fish market. He'd be living on that turkey years. Speaking of homeless people, there's this guy. Pretty much everyone that has ever been to the Walgreens in Elmwood Park between the hours of like 1 a.m. to 10 a.m. have all seen this same hobo that me and my mom call Slugger. It's a little dude, he has glasses, this little ass hat, and he hangs out at the Walgreens all fucking night. And I remember the first time I ever seen him, he was at Pathmark, because if you go to Elmwood Park, there's this little thing everybody in Patterson calls the Strip. It's like the Kmart, the Walgreens, Pathmark, 7-Eleven. Boom, boom, boom. The three of them are 24 hours. So I'm at the Pathmark, and I see this nigga, and I'm like, yo, that nigga's a hobo. Because he had classic hobo swagger, he had a scruffy ass beard and all that. I'm like, that's a hobo. My mother, on the other hand, didn't really take in the hobo-ness. She just thought it was like one of the creepy dudes that worked there at night. And she starts talking to him about the government and like medication and shit. And I'm like, whatever, I walk off. And then he said some shit to her about having a husband. And I'm like, okay. So I noticed him going back and forth from the aisles talking to people, and then he just goes ghost. And then my mother's talking to me, and then she goes, did that man say something to you? There's something about having a husband. And I'm like, he's a hobo and probably crazy. Why do you even care? And she's like, why didn't you tell me anything? I'm like, yo, don't even worry about it. So then we go to the Walgreens, and he's in there, standing there, just looking out the glass door of the Walgreens, dead ass, panned straight, looking out the door like this. And I'm like, oh shit, there he is again, because I can see him from the car, but she can't. And I'm like, he's there. And we get out, and she goes, you tricked me. I was talking, and she starts giving the hobo a fucking lecture. So I'm like, oh my god, giving him a lecture. And I'm like, watch, he's there again tomorrow, whatever. We go back 2 weeks later, and he's there, and I'm like, hey dude. And he comes at me because I had like 2 cases of spring water in my arms, and he goes, you need a card? You want me to go get you a card? And I'm like, no, I'm straight. And my mom holds up this big ass pillow with Slugger written on it. I'm like, she goes, hey Slugger, this is for you. And that's basically how Slugger the hobo got his name. I have video of him talking to me about getting hot dogs from the 7-Eleven. I'm gonna upload that next so you can get the, you know, put a picture to the face, because everyone knows Slugger. My friend Nick went for a job interview. Nick lives in Bayonne, but he went to a job interview in fucking Elmwood Park at like 10 a.m. and went to the Walgreens to pick up a pack of cigarettes and saw Slugger. Slugger goes, can I hang out with you? And he's like, if you don't try to kill me, sure, because Nick's like that. And they have a discussion about the job, and Slugger's like, you know, you seem like you might get the job. You know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So Nick comes back, and he tells me about them. I'm like, yo, I know that guy. I know him. I'm like, if I see him again, I'm going to ask him about you. So I whip out my phone, and I show him a picture. I'm like, you know this guy? And he goes, you know him? Did he ever get the job? And I'm like, no, he didn't get the, he didn't want the job because the fucking job interview was done by some crazy man. Now that's a whole nother story that I could talk about, but yeah. Video of Slugger talking to me about fucking hot dogs. Next.